What's up, people? It's Shaw from Shaw Speech coming at you one more time. Today we got a new topic. It's called Women, the Ungrateful Creature. Now, like I said before in one of my other videos, I'm in the military. And being in the military, you meet a lot of people from a lot of different areas, a lot of different parts of the world, all over the place. And what I notice is we all had the same problem. I'm talking about married men, not just men who out dating or what. I'm talking about married men. We all had the same problems, no matter what color our woman is, what nationality, what race, what part of the country she come from. We all had the same problems. And it's that, one, our women are women and they don't know what they want any more than we know what they want. So if you're out there trying to figure out what a woman wants, you're wasting your time. You'd be better off just asking them, and even then, asking them what they want, you're still wasting your time. Okay, so the things that I'm talking about is, everybody's heard this phrase, a happy wife, a happy life. Well, man, you could bend over backwards and try and make your woman as happy as you possibly can, and guess what? You ain't never gonna succeed, because no matter what you do, they gonna want more. It ain't gonna be no way of making them happy. You make them happy for the moment, but even after you make them happy for the moment, once they get time to sit there and look at the moment thoroughly, they're going to find a flaw in the moment. So you could propose to them on the beaches of Costa Rica or wherever the heck you want to, and get down on one knee and give them that ring at the perfect sunset. And she's going to take that ring and say, is this a princess cut? Is this round? Is this flawless? And she's gonna look at the sunset and be like, if you would have waited about 30 more minutes to do this would have been the perfect picture moment. Or, why couldn't we do it on some black sand beaches or some white sand beaches? Once she gets past the moment, she's gonna ruin it. That's what they all do. That's what women are, I guess, put in the world for. I've been talking to men, like I said, and they have this problem where they women don't want them to have no space and no friends. This is a problem, people, because everybody needs a little space and everybody would like to have friends, except for women, I take it. But anyway, what I'm talking about is your man is home every day. I'm not talking about the women who got men who run in the streets every day and running in the clubs. I'm talking about a woman who's got a man at home all the time. And one day he comes and he wants to go hang out with his friends. Say he wants to go motorcycle riding like myself. He wants to go out shooting, hunting. Some guys want to go hunting, duck hunting, whatever you want to call it. And they women, our women, married men's women, give him a hard time. Now in the beginning they act like it's okay. But when you get home, then you got to hear about it. Now men, we can sit back and let our women go out and get pedicures or manicures or massages or go shopping at the mall with a girlfriend. They come back, we got nothing to say. Then they want to come talk to us about how their day went. We come back from our little outings, hanging out, have a couple drinks with a friend. We come back from our outing, they don't want to hear how our day went. They don't want to talk about it. They want to have a little attitude. Even if they there with us, if they see us having too much fun with a friend, they want to have a problem with it. That's a problem. The problem is women are ungrateful creatures. Okay, now let's talk about another ungrateful situation. Everybody has chores in the house. We don't want to call it men or women chores. I'm not here to say women's supposed to be in the kitchen. We said that before, then I'm not trying to say that. But I'll tell you one thing. My wife can come home and she can say, you know what? I don't feel like doing the dishes tonight. And I'm like, you know what, babe? That's cool. You do the dishes every night. My wife does not like a dirty kitchen, and she don't leave a dirty kitchen. I'm not trying to say that. But the one day she come home and she say, I don't feel like doing them today, I say, babe, it ain't gonna hurt to leave them dishes for one day. She gets mad and she says, that's not the answer I wanted. I wanted you to say, I'll do the dishes for you tonight, babe. And you know what? That sounds great, and I understand that. But let's see it from a different angle. I come home, the grass need to be cut. And I'm like, babe, I don't feel like cutting the grass today. I don't say that because I know if I don't feel like cutting it today, that grass is going to be there for me to cut tomorrow. Now, never once has she ever said to me, babe, don't worry about the grass. I'll cut it today. But how come the roles can get reversed so easily? I look at it like this. It take me an hour to cut my grass. It take you 5 minutes a day to load the dishwasher. This ain't even an equal task. But all I can say is, never once have I come home and said to her, I don't feel like cutting the grass. Would you do it for me? And I think she would look at me like I was crazy if I did. That's ungrateful. I mean, let's just think about these things. Cutting grass, do you think it's a man's chore? If you do, then why is it wrong for us men to think that washing dishes is a woman's chore? I'm not saying it is, because I know a lot of y'all women out there gonna get upset. A woman's supposed to be in the kitchen. No, my wife works. She works just like I work, and I like to keep it that way. Now, that's ungrateful. And like I said before, happy wife, happy life. Well, I'm sure if you could keep a woman happy long enough to enjoy your life, you could possibly have a happy life. But for those of y'all who got married, y'all got to remember, we said till death do us part. We never said happiness was going to be involved. So that's why a lot of times that to death do us part becomes a race. Now, I know that's a little joke, but let me tell you something. There's a reason why women live longer than men. And I'm going to tell you why. It's because women marry men. Now, we're going to see how that all works out now with all the changes in the world, gay marriages and things like that. Because in a household where it's going to be two women together, I'm sure they're going to have a shorter life expectancy because they're going to drive each other freaking crazy. Put a woman in a room with another woman and see how long they can last. I don't understand why, but it's probably because they don't understand themselves. Now, as for us men, I'm sorry you had to sit here and listen to this, but the whole point of this video is you don't understand your woman no more than any other man on this earth. We all are just as confused. But the reason why we all are just as confused is because women confuse themselves. They are ungrateful creatures. And it was like that in the beginning, and it's going to be like that till the end. The only thing we could do is just stay in our relationships, hope that it works, hope that we can make it as long as possible, and enjoy the moments that she allows you to enjoy. It's going to be far and few between, but do your best to enjoy those moments. Men are supposed to be the head of the household, but women do everything they can to make the head of the household as miserable as possible, which is them trying to take control of the household. They're going to control it through sex. They're going to control it through conversation. They're going to control it through your happiness. They know that they are the way to our happiness. You want your woman to be happy so you can be happy. You want to be able to sit down and watch TV? When was the last time you got to sit down and watch a basketball game or a football game without your woman coming in saying, we need to talk about some things? Can't it wait till after the game is over? Can't it wait until after I'm done doing whatever I'm doing? I'm surprised she ain't walked in while I was making this video. I've been out here 10 minutes almost. 10 minutes to myself, I'm enjoying it. A man only wants a couple things, and it'll make him happy. And I really believe, women, if you want to be happy, all you got to do is a few things to make your man happy, which will probably lead to your happiness. Now, first thing first, man wants some time to himself every once in a while. Every once in a while. I'm saying, give your man a TV show worth of time. I'm talking about a decent, let's say a movie worth of time to himself at least twice a week. That's 2 hours twice a week, 4 hours to himself. Second, he wants some booty from his wife. Now, this right here, for most men, you'll know what I'm talking about. If your woman give it to you 2 to 3 times a week, you good. You probably won't ask for nothing else. That's probably too much in a lot of situations. Now, women, if you want your man to stay at home and stop looking at these women out in the streets or whatever, give it to him at least 2 to 3 times a week. He ain't gonna want no woman out in the street. After about 3 times a week for a month or two, he might want to slow it down with you a little bit. That's for men who've been married for a little while. Try that out and see if your man don't be happy. He'll stay his butt home, he'll do his chores, and he might even wash the dishes for you every once in a while. But we ain't here to talk about that. I think the last thing, if he has friends that has family, now I'm not talking about the guy who got a bunch of single friends, but if he has friends that have family, let the families come together every once in a while and let the men walk off to the backyard or to the garage or wherever they can go and let them sit down and have conversation. Now, invite another family over, not your friends, women. I'm talking about mutual friends. Let them come over, once a month and hang out. Let the man unwind with somebody else so he don't feel like he's got to sneak off to hang out with a friend or turn down everything that's going on in his life just to be married. Now, we understand we chose to be married, but we didn't think we would have to give up everything in our lives to do so. And women, if you feel that you have to, you shouldn't have to either. It should still be some time for everybody in the relationship. And it should be time with friends. It should be time with family. And it should be time together and alone. Those are the only things most men want. And that's very simple. And I guarantee every man who watches this video is going to agree. But with y'all being so hard to please, you ain't going to never give us any of that. And we know it. This one is going to end now. I just say women are ungrateful creatures. I'm not specifically talking about my wife, but I'm talking about every man and every friend that I got, because they tell me the same story. I'm speaking for those men as well as myself. And I will say this. I'm sorry that we can't do nothing about it. If you want to do anything, just accept it. Deal with it. You chose the woman you with, and it wouldn't matter if you chose a different one. So stop looking at the girl walking down the street thinking, ooh, she's sexy. Ooh, she'd be a better choice for me. No, they all end up the same way eventually. No matter who it is, every woman turns into the woman you with after you with her long enough. You can't get away. Don't try. That's how Shaw sees it, so that's how he speaks it. Thank you for tuning in. Leave comments. Tell me what you think.